Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Wande. I'm a hip hop artist. I also love Jesus.
Hello, I'm Erinn Knight.
I'm Jackie O'Perry.
What's up? I'm Jamie Grace.
I'm super excited for all the guests that we have here today. I'm pretty sure you're going to love them. So I feel like a lot of us, like as creatives, we feel like, we have to hustle, we have to go hard, go crazy, and it's kind of like this work syndrome. And so sometimes with that, we don't rest. And, quarantine has forced kind of all of us to put a halt to our lives and like, hey, rest, take a Sabbath. So I kind of wanted to ask, just in quarantine or in general, like what are some actual fun hobbies that y'all enjoy that you've been using this time to maybe try to, bring that fun into your life? And even after quarantine, how do you feel like you're going to try to intentionally now take Sabbaths in your life?
I've missed reading, so I've gotten back into that. I was homeschooled, so I've always loved reading, but I love work so much. It's so bad how much, sorry, it's not bad. It's just, boundaries are needed, of course, to not be recording voice memos every 30 seconds that are 90% a hot mess anyway. But yeah, I've gotten back into reading, so that's been nice. And I just love turning off all technology and just like me and my husband and the baby just like on the floor, like pretending like it's duck meat stuffings or something. It's just so silly, but I love my crew a lot. So that's been nice.
Yeah, this is actually the first time I've ever taken a full 24-hour Sabbath,
Yeah.
Which has been, it's been interesting, like just practicing that. But yeah, it's been new. Walks have been like great for me because I don't have a time limit, because typically when I'm walking, I'm thinking about something that I could be doing that would be productive.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just abort the walk and head back home and be like, I got to do X, Y, and Z. But just knowing that I can just be a human, listen to a podcast without thinking like, how can I turn this into a new business strategy? Even like limiting my phone use and telling people like, hey, you can't, like, I'm not going to pick up after this time, or I'm unavailable, like reclaiming my time. That was like so hot on Twitter a couple years ago. Like, that's what I feel like I'm actually like reclaiming my time and saying like, no, this is my time. And then here's the Lord's time. And then y'all can have out of the abundance. And I think that's been something, just like the hobby of learning how to set boundaries with my time. That's been fun, rediscovering that like everybody doesn't own me. Like, and that's something that's very new for me. Yeah, but I've just been enjoying like living, and then I'm trying to get into like liking sleeping. I'm sleeping like 7 hours a night right now, so like that's a huge improvement for me. I used to only sleep like 4 on the regular, so I still like struggle with feeling like I'm being lazy if I sleep 7, but then I'm like, no, I need this, like it's okay. So yeah, I'm getting into sleeping too.
I know I'm sleep life.
Love sleep. I sleep anywhere. A lot of the hobbies that I enjoy, I actually can't do. My primary hobby is going to a restaurant that is highly rated and eating at it. But obviously, that's not a thing unless I want to sit in the parking lot and eat everything out of a styrofoam to-go thing. And that's just not cute. So I can't do that. The second one is spades. You need more than one person and babies to play spades. So I can't do that.
I'm so hurt right now about that. I feel you. I've been wanting to play
less than 10 people. But it's like, I don't know where y'all been. But yeah, we in Atlanta, so people been out here just acting like it ain't,
wilding.
It's just a hot mess. So the only real thing that I've been doing to try to be fun or light is cooking, because that's really the only thing I've had to look forward to. Because like I've been just cooking all the time, and people was DMing me like, "You showing out?" And it's like, what else am I supposed to do? So I might as well make cookies and cakes and pies and whole chickens and stuff. So that's honestly it.
Cool. And then I guess I would just ask you, after quarantine is over and then like your schedule starts filling up again, like what are you working towards to like make sure you got that intentional rest time again?
Well, for me, so last year was a bit nuts. I think I was about, I don't know, I think I was on 120 or so flights, right? Which is a lot when you have a husband, two children, a local church that you're trying to be present at and serve at, and just a human, it's only so much I think we as humans can take on ourselves. And so at the end of it, I didn't realize how much it had drained me until December came. And I was just depressed and I could not figure out why. And it was just like, I felt like I just had taken on too much, but I was just going, you know what I'm saying? And so I had already started to plan out my 2020 because I realized that my problem was planning. I did not plan breaks and rest into my year because so much of my year is a year ahead of schedule, you know what I'm saying? And so I had already made decisions to say, I'm only going to travel this much a month, and that's that. I don't care how good the opportunity is. I don't care how awesome is, like, I have to preserve myself and I have to be present for my family. And so I'm thankful. I had to learn that through mistakes and almost going nuts, having anxiety attacks. But I think I've already said it. So that's it.
Yeah. My main thing is, I think, is just accountability, and just like being intentional with the humans that I surround myself with. My husband we're really into the Enneagram. And so he's an Enneagram 3, which is in short, just like, yeah. What, are you a 3 as well, Jackie?
I'm totally a 3.
Oh my gosh. He's a 3, I'm a 7. So it's a very loud home.
7. Let's go.
Yes, 7. Yeah, sorry about that dance. I promise I'm still from Atlanta, don't. But yeah, so he's a 3, which is like, in short, very goal oriented. Now I feel like nervous that Jackie's a 3 because I don't want to like mess it up, but he's very goal oriented and he really loves to work and, get stuff done. But he's also such a balanced person and he's so good at rest. And so we travel together. And so I'm grateful for that because he's really good at knowing when I need rest and being like, hey, like I just think you should do this or whatever. So I really appreciate that. And also my family, my parents and my sister are really good at reminding me to rest as well. And I'm super pro therapy. So my counselor, she likes to yell at me, but she's not really yelling. She speaks in a very soft, kind tone, but I feel like she's screaming. So it's like, fine, I'll listen. A degree. So
same, like I experienced the exact same thing, Jackie. Like I was on the road so much last year. I was in a deep depression at the top of December and I had like one more tour date. I ended up tearing a ligament. Oh, it was horrible. And my best friend was literally like, you wouldn't sit down. And so God's requiring you to sit down now. So I was out for a full month and it sucked, but it taught me a lot. And I really started digging into my anxiety. It was just because I was doing so much. Like my 7 side was like, do everything. And then I have wing 8 and I was like, but I have to do it well. And so it was like, I was like at odds with myself, like I would never rest. So unfortunately, because I had said yes to everything, I was already planned through June of this year. So I was like, okay, 2021, I'm not going to be on the road as much. And I had already started planning, like, how's that going to look? So I think, like, for me specifically, us being on quarantine has been the grace of God in my life. And I just been, like, so grateful. But, like, with my schedule, just getting to the point where I have to be better with my schedule, even though I said I wanted to be, like, now I'm going to be protecting my own time, taking Sabbaths regularly, and then, like, checking in with friends. Like, my friends have been so on me about like, where are you at in your head, things like that, getting back into therapy, same. It's just been really good for me. And even though I'm not on the road, my anxiety hasn't stopped. It's just transitioned and I found my trigger points, but yeah, people see me and like, I'm like a happy-go-lucky, like very laid back individual. So I think it's like, a lot of people that I've been open with are like surprised by how much I deal with like anxiety and like going through depression and stuff like that, which is somewhat new to me because I'm just now acknowledging my feelings. So yeah, just being open and honest, that's something. And then like committing to rest, just like I commit to finishing work.
That's a quote right there.
I know, dang.
Gosh.
Because a lot of us, we be in that overworking cycle, and it's like, it's not healthy. Like, a machine, you got to turn it off. Your electronics, you got to turn them off for the heat, and you can't use them anymore. And so I think that's super dope. But thank you so much to everybody for sharing. I think this last topic that we talked about, just about how quarantine ended up being a blessing, kind of ties right back into how I was talking about with the album, with just exit, meaning like every exit is an entrance. Things that you didn't expect to be a blessing in your life can actually be an entrance into a new calling, a new walk. And so leaving something or pausing necessarily isn't always a bad thing. Like sometimes leaving and exiting your old way of life can actually enter you into a greater version of yourself. And I just thank all of y'all for being on the call today. I appreciate y'all sharing your stories, sharing what you're going through, your current phase in life right now. Shout out to the moms out here. I know your kids probably driving you crazy, but we love you.
Thank you.
But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. I'm really grateful for y'all for sharing your stories, and I think people definitely enjoy just hearing y'all, seeing y'all as human beings, because I feel like a lot of people hear y'all in professional settings, but they don't get to hear y'all just talk normally. So I think this is super dope too, just sharing, what you're going through, what you've learned, and what God has taught you. So I just thank you so much for being on the call.